we're gonna come back with number two. I'm actually gonna have to actually make two videos, so this is one of the videos, and this one is about being mixed in America. Okay, so if you watched my last two videos, they were recapping the Chris Brown's Blasian baby mama drama. Alright, so that's a two-parter, and you should go watch that instead of watching this video, and then come back to this. Because in that video, one of the videos, I don't remember which one, but I talk about the color wheel. And blacks have a lot of color wheels. And in that, you can always tell which black person is closer related to whiter ancestors by the tone of their skin. We call the lighter you are mulatto. You go from mulatto to red bone, to high yellow, to brown, tan brown, brown, darker brown, darker brown, darker brown, until you get to pitch black. Alright? So black people have a color wheel, and it's often used as a racial incentive to pick on mixed kids. I know this from first-hand experience because I am multicultural, that being Cherokee Indian, black, and white. And why did I bring this video up? Because of the other two videos in which I shot. A lot of people don't understand how it feels to be mixed. So I'm going to make this video as short and as direct as possible. When I was growing up until they found out I was mixed, there was no problem of acceptance. There was no problem where I fit in. And there was no problem with children in general until racism came in and started people learning about mixed race kids and racism in general. And that's kind of where the shit started. Alright? My very first really bad experience of being mixed was with two girls. I've mentioned them before. I left their names out. SW and LT. Those are their initials. We were in the same grade, and both of these girls were black. But both of these girls were as light as me, if not lighter. LT was tall and skinny. SW was about my size. And we're kids, so we're not developed or anything like that. We're all stick figures. And both of those girls told me, and sadly it would reign true later in life, that I would never be good enough for black girls because I was mixed and they would never want me. And like I said, part of that would reign true throughout life. And then the black girls that did want me, either they didn't really want me, but they just thought I was cute, or they wanted me and almost got me killed, or they wanted me and they cheated on me, henceforth SC and TS from Smithville. Because TS was cheating on me, give me a weak Jimmy, and I need my space. And now she brings her new boyfriend to my porch and he gets on the James Williams Express. And SC has a 23-year-old boyfriend when we're both 14 and she almost gets me killed. I've never dated another black woman since. It's not that I don't like black women. It's just that I'm also dreadfully not attracted to them. There are a lot of pretty black women that are very beautiful. My brain and my wanker are just not really attracted to them. There's nothing wrong with my eyes. They're very, very beautiful. But I don't see them outside of the friend zone kind of thing. Which is basically probably what they see when they see my ass too. But I've also gotten along a lot better with Asian people and with white people. Alright? And at first it's always with Asians. It's never really a thing with white people because I guess they're kind of afraid to come right out and ask, what the hell are you? But with Asians, they're like, hey dude, what you mixed with? Like, well, I'm Cherokee, black and white. Okay, that explains it. And, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was like, oh, well, see, we kind of thought that you were, like, half Chinese. Which might just be the way I carry myself because I do Kung Fu, which is from China. But, that's neither here nor there. I just thought I'd add that in for fun. But, most of the time, when it came to Asians, it was, they would ask me, are you Filipino? Are you Hawaiian? Are you Mexican? What Asian ethnicity are you mixed with? And then I'd shock the shit out of them and say, none, because I'm part Cherokee. And then, like I said, that went on for years until I found out that Native Americans are Asian and not from Atlantis. That's going to be the joke that I'm never going to live down. My Korean friend knows exactly what I'm talking about because I was working my bow staff when he showed up out of nowhere and I thought we were going to fight. And he goes, "No, I just thought you were Chinese." It's like, "No, afraid not, buddy." I said, "I've never met a black Chinese person." He's like, "Yeah, what about Tiger Woods?" I said, "Does that even count because his mom's from Thailand?" No, but Thailand is part of China. So, anyway. So he would be Malaysian. But anyway, moving on. Hey, Tiger, good job over the weekend. Anyway, so, color wheel. And learning that Native Americans are Asian really put me on a different scale of knowledge, you know. And the thing with that is, most of the time when you meet people who don't know you from sight, off site, the first thing they'll be like is, all right, how do I approach this guy and ask him what he is? Here's a clue. First, get my name. You know, just like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? I'm James. Can I ask you a question? Sure. What do you want to ask? I want to know what your race is. I say, well, I'm multicultural. My race is Cherokee Indian, black, and white. And no matter what order I put it in, it's still going to have all three of them in there. And I don't have a problem pitching that because it's the truth. The problem is when you come across some asshat that just wants to be a dick and decide that they're going to talk to you any way they want, and you're going to deal with it. Because that's generally how that shit happens. But anyway, that being said, when you're growing up mixed, you have to find your niche. And in my case, up until like the 6th grade, there were no other mixed kids at Burlington Moran that I could actually get along with or be in a category with. And if they were, they weren't in my class. Does that make sense? Because back then, you literally went from classroom to classroom when you were in school, like from grade school to 5th grade. You went to different teachers. When the bell rung, you went from one class to the next class. It wasn't like some of the classes they have. I guess it also depends on the school. But for most of the classes that I've had, from Burlington Moran to Walker, we literally went to our classes. And my nieces and them, now, when they started school, all their teachers were in the same class. They had to learn certain shit from certain teachers and then certain shit from certain teachers until they got to like the 2nd or the 3rd grade. And I still don't know how their system works at the school in which they attend. But back when I was in school, from kindergarten was like the only grade that we never left the classroom. 1st grade, I had Miss Orr, I had 2 other people, but I remember leaving Miss Orr's class because she wasn't my homeroom teacher. So I had my homeroom teacher, then I went to Miss Orr, and then I went to another teacher, and I went to another teacher, and I think I had Miss Orr maybe twice. We had her for most of the day, and so that's why a friend of mine kept getting my ass in trouble, and I didn't get a lot of recess, if I got recess at all. Thanks, Barry. Anyway, so by the time I got to the 2nd grade, and I had Miss Undenstock, between the teachers not understanding what I'm going through with kids picking on me because of my race and my height and me having to wear glasses and being called 4 eyes all day, every day, you don't seem to know where you fit in. And when you're growing up mixed, that is a problem. Because you're never going to be black enough for the black kids, you're never going to be white enough for the white kids, and if you're not black or white, if you're like a triple threat like me, you don't have enough Native American kids going to your school to begin with. As long as I have been in school in Charlottesville, I have never met another Native American in my entire time through school. Not from kindergarten to college, I have never met another Native American. Not another half-breed, nothing. My great-grandmother didn't prepare me for none of that shit. At all. So, I met some Asians. We had an argument about rice and corn. I met blacks and I met whites. But never, ever, from Burlington Moran to CHS, did I bump into another Native American. I met a girl who was half Chinese and half black. Because she thought I was half Chinese and half black. Hi, Samantha. And I never could figure out why that was until I got to college. But back in high school, I was also, no, I'm not Chinese. I'm part Native American. I'm part Cherokee. She's like, okay, you look Chinese. And I was like, yeah, I get that a lot. But anyway, I had been getting that a lot. So, I didn't think too much of it. But I hung around with a lot of Asian kids. I hung around with um, Paul Nguyen, and then find out to way after school that his sister had a crush on me, and I had a crush on her the whole time without that CS thing. That's another girl that I really wanted to marry because she was as beautiful as they come, and she wasn't legally allowed to mess with black people. They could be her friends, but they couldn't marry her. Once that was told to me, and I left a lovely love letter on the windshield of her car when she worked at the mall, and we had a little discussion, and that's how that wound up. It didn't work out. I hope she's happy wherever she is. That's for her. That's a thumb. Just so y'all know, that's a thumb. No hard feelings. But anyway, it's probably a good thing that didn't work out because as much as I liked her, she still posted some slightly racist crap. And I can't understand how that happened, but okay, I just let it go, and to each their own. But, all through school, I've never really met other Native Americans. And like I said, it wasn't until the 5th grade when I found out that I was part of Cherokee. And the only reason I found out was because of my teacher, Miss Conrad, God rest her soul, because if she's still alive, she's pretty close to going to meet the Great Spirit. But anyway, God rest her soul, because she opened my eyes and taught me stuff about myself that I didn't know. And that I had to go find out because Ami Dearest didn't explain all of her side of the family, and Grandma Ada didn't explain all of her side of the family. She just explained the Native American side. And Dad and everybody on that side and everybody on my mama's side just want to be black. Except for there's a problem. Everyone in our family has a different skin tone. All of us are either high yellow, exceptionally light, which is like my mom, off-white, and my younger brother on her side and the sister under me, they're off-white. They could pass for white people. If they really wanted to, if they really focused their brain power and thought for a New York minute that they could pull a Dave Chappelle and be a trick whitey man, they'd have done that. If I had their skin color, hell yeah, I'd do that. No one would know. I wouldn't tell. Except the fact that my brother doesn't have as good a grade of hair as I do, so that would work against him. Yeah, he'd have to be relaxing the shit out of that shit all the damn time. Or Royal Crown, the best grease in town. Anyway, moving on. So when you are mixed, it really it's safer for me to say it's better to be biracial than multicultural, because if you're biracial, you really don't have as much of a struggle, because when you're two, you're either going to be white or you're going to be black, and if you find really good friends, it's not going to matter because they're going to want to be with you anyway. Where when you're three, like me, it became a fucking challenge. But also, if you're not exposed to your culture, then you will never know. Like, I never knew until I got to the 5th grade, where every bar of soap I cut up got me a ass whooping. Again, thank you, Miss Conrad. But anyway, the whole point is that when you are mixed, identity crisis is like the top thing once you find out that you are mixed. Because the first thing that's going to happen is, no matter what color that kid is, they're going to know you're different. And they're going to pick. And they're going to like, oh, you're not really one of us. You're like half. So which one of your parents is mixed? I had a lot of that growing up. It's like, you mixed, right? So, which one of your parents is white? It's like, neither one of my parents is white. Which one of your parents is black? Both of my parents are black. Nah, both your parents ain't black. We seen what your mama look like. Your mama look white. I said, that's because she's mixed. Her grandfather was white. Or her grandmother on her father's side. Somebody was white. That's why her ass is premium blend. And she blends right in with white people. Now, they're like, well, which one of your father's parents is mixed? It's like, well, my father's daddy is black. His mom is Cherokee Indian. So I am 1,000% all-American mutt. Now, I brought up this because I'm going to end this video with the simple fact that when you are mixed, it is a challenge. So when you bring a mixed baby into this world, you should probably consult with someone who's mixed to make sure you are prepared to tell your children your story. To tell your children, look, you were made out of love. Your father and I are two different races. We're both human. We all can procreate with each other. But my culture is Kung Fu and swords. His culture is spears and TCB hair grease. Now that might have sounded racist. Let's put it in reverse. Maybe the woman's black. My culture is TCB hair grease and looking smooth and sexy. Your daddy's culture is Kung Fu and swords, because maybe he's an Asian man. Or let's rack it up again. Her culture is Zulu warrior, and his culture is Columbus, because he could be white and she could be black. Those couples do exist. Don't think that they don't. They do. Just like black men and Asian women do exist, Asian women and white men exist. Asian men and black women exist. Everyone that's a mixed couple, there's any combination you possibly think of, they probably do exist. So that people like me can exist. Knowing that, you should also know that there are no classes for you to be able to teach your kid how to adapt, how to adjust, and how to deal with the fact of being mixed. You just have to guide them as best you can. Or you'll have to pop on Kung Fu Havoc #2 and check out this video. Thank you very much for watching. Be seeing you.